Today, we're gonna talk about 5 main things that you wanna take into account and you wanna have in place before you even consider scaling with YouTube ads, right? Or even doing media buying on YouTube ads. So let's get right into these top 5 things. So number 1, product market fit with YouTube ads. Analyze your product, analyze who you're trying to target to sell this product to, and understand if they are on YouTube or not. Just do an analysis of your product. If you feel your product is something that can sell really well on social media, then it's very likely that you can get this to work on YouTube as well. For example, mattresses, right? So I think we've mentioned this in other videos in the past. Purple Mattress was one of the first, let's say, mattress companies to really leverage YouTube ads and create a, let's say, viral video ad that has taken them to millions in sales and revenue just through YouTube ads, right? And obviously through other means, other social media, but YouTube ads was their cup of tea for scaling this offer. Personally, I've advertised boots, so indestructible shoes, for example, and as well as the bras, right? So female bras online on YouTube, and we've been able to scale them past 4,000 euros per day, for example, for a certain amount of time, right? And these are products that you would think, hey, but how can I actually sell them, through YouTube? How can I make it profitable? Well, again, it comes down to different parts of the formula. So we just talked about number 1 right now, which is analyzing your product market fit and just reviewing the empathy maps, right? And understanding, hey, is this product going to be seen by my target audience, right? And really think about that. We dive right into number 2, and we're talking about the money talk, right? So if you're just a beginner e-commerce entrepreneur, then listen up, very important. You have a limited amount of budget. Let's say you only have $5,000 of monthly budget, monthly spend, right? For digital advertising efforts. So if you have that amount of money, you're probably better off going on the Facebook route and Instagram and maybe even TikTok ads at this point to sell products online, right? If you have more than $10,000 in spend in actual budget, then this would probably be something to consider with YouTube ads, right? So one of the things is you need to understand that you do need spend. You need a certain amount of budget so you can test different things and get data back quicker, so you can make data-driven decisions quicker, right? So you'll hear a lot of experts in the YouTube ads game talk about, hey, you need at least $30,000 per month, right? So you spend $1,000 a day, you'll be able to get consistent data and you will be able to get more results quicker. While that's true, we have gotten results with less than that, but around $10,000 is usually the sweet spot that you'll want to have to really test different ideas. There's different things that you would need to kind of experiment with. So that's going to require some budget allocation towards those tests, right? And those split tests that you want to do. Okay, number 3, having a well-converting product page or a funnel in this case, right? So remember, with e-commerce products, you can actually try out different strategies. You don't necessarily have to go from the ad to a product page, right? Like a direct response sale. You can go different routes, right? A couple of questions that you want to ask yourself is, hey, has my offer and my product, has it been proven on other platforms? So, it goes back to the number 2 that I mentioned, is you want to have budget enough to actually test on other platforms, right? If you have a small budget, if you want to start small and grow your way up, then you want to answer these questions. You want to have all of those metrics written down somewhere so hey, on Facebook, my offer is converting at 5%. Anything 5% is amazing, right? Anything over 3% is actually good. Now, you're going around 2%, less than 2%, you're probably not making money, right? So you have to understand these metrics. That way, you can make sound decisions of what to do next in terms of your funnel strategy on YouTube. Hopefully at this point, you've already tested it you know, whether it's from Facebook ads, TikTok ads, Instagram, you know, other sources, organic. You want to test your product page and see what your conversion rate is. So that way, now you have some benchmark that you can aim for with YouTube ads, right? And don't get discouraged if you're already trying YouTube ads for your e-com offer, and let's say you're not getting the conversion rates that you need, there's something off, right? So obviously, right? But you need to kind of diagnose and kind of break it apart, break your funnel apart, every step of the journey. You know, are people dropping off? What's your bounce rate, for example? These are things that are maybe go overseen, but those are things that you want to analyze, right? What are people doing when they click my ad? Like, people are clicking the ad, my CPCs are less than $1, right? And, you know, I have high click-through rates, but nobody's buying, right? That's a big thing that a lot of people go through at times. So again, that's number 3, is having a well-converting offer and funnel. Number 4, congruency, okay? Congruency can mean a lot of things. In this case, we're talking about ad, landing page messaging, and who you're targeting, okay? There has to be congruent. If you're congruent with your messaging from a hook perspective in your ad, from a visual perspective, from, you know, the landing page messaging perspective, and who you're targeting, guess what? You're gonna increase your chances of converting that person from not knowing about your product, your brand, to somebody that can turn into a lifetime customer, right? So that is something that's overlooked at times in the overall marketing strategy. You'd be surprised, right? But the CTA as well within the ads, right? If you're telling somebody, hey, we're gonna give you a 20% discount coupon if you buy this watch, right, today, sign up here or click here to redeem your coupon. Somewhere on the landing page, you have to have that information, you know, be plastered right in front of them. Hey, go ahead and redeem your coupon here, as promised, there you go. And then you take them to the product page with that coupon code already selected. So the technical aspect has to be on point. You have to ensure that there's congruency. Again, that's number 4, congruency within your ad messaging, so you're scripting from there, and really who you're targeting. So that's another important aspect, of course. Is this message gonna come across as to people that are just looking for cheap buys, or, you know, do I wanna reach out like more the luxury buyer, right? They don't really care about discounts at this point. So maybe the discount code is not for this type of avatar. Maybe it's more, you know, showing the luxury, the features, right? And, you know, how this person would look, right? So I've seen different ads around like sunglasses. I mentioned it before. I don't recall the name, but there was sunglasses, and you know, they made it very cool, and like they showed different people wearing the sunglasses, and it was very dynamic. And you know, they showed them in a sport type of scenario, as well as kind of like a well-dressed individual, and they're very, you know, chic sunglasses. They appealed to me, for example, or they could appeal to anybody that they like sunglasses, you know, and they like high quality products, that you can tell that they just took their time to make it very, very high quality. So that you don't need to even offer a discount. You just simply say, hey, go ahead and sign up now, or, you know, go ahead and order yours today, right? And then just take them directly to the product page. And, you know, sure, you can mess around with discount codes and things like that. But again, the congruency of it is the messaging behind it and how you're making people feel in that particular ad with the product visibly, you know, to them. So, and last but not least, number 5, you want to have a strong backend, a strong follow-up. And yes, I am talking about email marketing. I am talking about retargeting strategies, so that way you can obviously get to the next level of scaling your account, right? And your product. So most people who are starting out with e-commerce, it's very likely that they're just trying to get money in the front end and trying to make it work. And, you know, most people will tend to fail because maybe they're just breaking even, or, you know, the profitability isn't really quite there with the way that they're setting up their funnels, right? So when we say about having a strong back end and you know, email follow-up sequences, this is what separates the big dogs from the not so big dogs, right? So it's essentially an investment that you have to do in order to operate at a high level where you are nurturing all of these people that are coming into your funnel. So as you know, with the product page, with the e-commerce niche, you can actually nurture emails. You can actually do lead gen as well, which is something we'll discuss in other future videos. But you can capture emails in a unique way, offering a discount. There's different ways that you can go about it. But the truth of the fact is that a lot of people are going to click on your ad, and some of those people are going to go through the process of adding to the cart and going through the checkout. There are ways that you can capture these leads, right? When they're at checkout, some people are gonna obviously continue buying the product, or those are just gonna abandon the add to cart, right? At that point, you have their email, and now the follow-ups are very important. So with YouTube ads, they got interested in your product, they discovered your brand and your product, so they're like, okay, this is cool. It's our job as advertisers, as media buyers, that they get reminded about the product that they initially got interested in, right? So if it's something that is like a physical product that we're talking about here, then we have to visually appeal to them, right? It has to be something that is reminded, every so often. You can argue that with remarketing, you can definitely get people tired of seeing your product. It depends on how, let's say, your remarketing strategies are set up. If you show them the same exact ad, I can assure you that they will get tired of your brand. But if you have multiple creatives, so that's one of the important aspects of the backend is in your backend, do you have a creative queue that you can use to advertise and basically show them different angles, show them different lighting, different color schemes for your product in that case. You want to diversify this, because that is one way that you can actually be top of mind to these people, right? So again, the back end, email drip sequences, e-commerce businesses, at least the top ones that I know, they use Klaviyo, for example. It's a great service, and they hire an email marketing agency. We do actually have a partner agency. If you guys want to reach out, feel free to contact us. You do need an email marketing strategy so you can win back those cart abandonments. You can win back a lot of these people who may have bought once and they just kind of forgot about you, and then you just constantly offer up your products that way. And YouTube ads can simply serve as that that big collector, like client acquisition system or machine to get people in the door. You're gonna get in the front end. You want to figure out your numbers. If you're good with getting a 1.5 ROAS in the front end, right? And then in the back end, that your AOVs are higher. That your lifetime customer value is much greater. Then it just continues to make sense to invest in YouTube ads, because that's it's continued to get the machine going, right? So hope that was clear. If you have all these things in place, there is no reason why you shouldn't succeed. Now, we're not saying that every single person will succeed with this, so you follow everything to the T, but it will increase your chances of scaling your YouTube ads e-commerce account. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications to get notified once we drop some more YouTube ads knowledge your way. Andres here, checking out.